Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today for another Alliance War video. For Loki is facing off against ISO8a, and so I'm going to be joining Battle Group 3 here with Absorbing Man. He is going to be one of our main clears today, along with Valkyrie, and we're going to be throwing on that Subdue attacker tactic. Also bringing along Nicholas J. Fury, and I'm going to be boosting up a little bit here, and then jumping into path number 3. Someone used energy for me and then went back. I think that was manual, so shout out to him. But here we just have an Annihilus, which is an extremely easy fight for Absorbing Man. All we want to do here is just take some blocked hits. He's going to be trying to apply armor breaks to us on those blocked hits. And yeah, that's going to turn us. We're going to get a bunch of morph charges, which we're going to turn into vulnerability passes, and it'll be doing really good. I don't know what I was looking at there. Deciding if I should boost. I guess I decided not to. Any gray boosts. And so the only thing to really worry about here is the flourish. Just when he hits our block, you know, he is going to gain those charges, so we just need to hit his block to get rid of them. Other than that, there's like nothing to worry about. Annihilus does get an unstoppable buff, but you can see it's like it's instantly consumed because Absorbing Man is lowering the duration by 90%, and it's already a very short unstoppable, so it's just gone here and gone in an instant, which is pretty great. So just baiting out these special ones, and he's dead. You see that last hit did we crit, so the numbers in red was 16k. Just man, freaking love Absorbing Man. It's just wow, what a guy. So next up here we move to Silver Surfer. Now typically I take this fight with Gallon, so it's a little different taking this with Absorbing Man. There's just one thing that we need to be very careful of though, and that is to not let him activate his armors. Because if he activates his armor, then I'm going to be getting power burn. So it's basically the exact opposite strategy that when I use Gallon. You know, with Gallon, I purposely try to get the armors. Without Gallon, we purposely try to avoid the armor. So I just, you know, held my block at the start, wanted him to throw a heavy while he was either in the power gain or the fury phase, just anything but the armor phase. And yeah, now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, boom. He applied a bunch of armor breaks to us, so we turned those morph charges into vulnerability passives, and then boom, he's dead already. You see that last hit crit for about 8,000, and then the numbers in red were 24,000. So a 32,000 just regular combo hit to finish that fight. And again, all that damage is just coming from these Cosmic Champions armor break abilities in all 3 of these fights. That's what is fueling Absorbing Man's damage here, are armor breaks. So here we have Incinerate and Shock debuffs that will get applied to us when we attack him. So we're in our Magma form, which we are not immune to Shock here, but with our energy resistance, we'll probably heal willpower. With Null here, basically all we want to do is push this Null to his special 2. And then that way, he's going to try to apply 10 armor breaks to us, which just instantly heals us to max morph charges. You'll see here we just boom jump right to 600, which is his cap. You can't get more than 600. So boom, go medium, light, medium. That applies 4 vulnerability passives, and now our damage is just crazy. Mainly when I crit, that's when you see the damage really start taking off big chunks of his health. But yeah, I'm going to decide to bait one more special 2 here, because now we're going to do another medium, light, medium, and that applies. Or I guess I didn't go for the medium, light, medium. I should have. It would have applied 8 of the vulnerability passives. I guess I wasn't trying to stack them. It would have been cool because it probably would have been a really big number at the end. But yeah, that was section 1. Absorbing Man just cleaning up, you know, all the Cosmic Champions that apply armor breaks to us. So very easy. Now we move into section 2 here, and we have path 9, and we have this Spider-Man Supreme. And I did this fight before with Absorbing Man, and it was near death. It was a near-death experience. So this time, I'm going to be using Valkyrie instead. And everything was going good right up until, I think, this point coming up right here. Yeah. See, I go to hit his block, but he dashes at me. So I intercept him. But because I intercepted him with a medium, he triggered his form, and he went invisible. So I miss, and then boom, he combos me. There goes half my health. Half my freaking health is gone. And I'm just like, okay. Let's take a breather. Let's just relax. And let's just make sure to only dash forward when I am certain he is holding block. Because I don't want him to intercept. Or I don't want to accidentally intercept him again. So I'm being very careful, very cautious about my openings here, making sure he's back. Boom, there we go. And so here I'm going to go ahead and throw the special 2. I could have waited a little bit longer to try to get the passive, the Pierce passive as well. I just needed to get like to 40, and then I would have triggered. I could have gotten to like 38, dropped the special. It would have triggered in the middle, and then the special probably would have killed him. But one more hit in his block after did the job, so all good. And then here we just have a Nova with Shock and Bleed here. So we're just going to be going for Absorbing Man using his Yoooooo form so that we are immune to the Shock and Bleed. And we still have that Power Star 1, so that is nice. Here I was looking for an intercept. I just wanted to consume his auto block, just get it out of the way, you know. Didn't get the opening though. But you will see that he gets these unblockable buffs, and normally that's like really annoying when fighting Nova. But again, Absorbing Man lowers that duration by 90%, so they don't last very long, so it's not really a big deal. And so everything in this fight is going alright so far. We've taken some damage, but oh baby, there, we can give him some damage back, and then boom, you see he would have had an unblockable special too. But Absorbing Man, you know, turns that unblockable buff off, and we just don't have to worry about it, which is really nice. And you can see we're healing for almost 500 health per second there. Just, you know, a nice thing that Absorbing Man has, just that passive healing. It's very powerful that you just kind of notice when you're fighting, especially in war boosted. It's nice seeing that regen. And then we have 2 more fights here. So we have a spot mini boss. This one's only rank 4. So when I saw that, I pulled up here and I'm like, oh, rank 4? That's nothing. Because the previous war, right before this, I fought a rank 5 spot on an even harder node where I couldn't parry stun at all. So to fight a rank 4 now and I can parry, like, bro, that's easy. Like, that's fine. That's fine. So here I do get a little bit messed up with my tactical charges though, unfortunately. This fight doesn't go perfectly. We're taking some brute force damage there. But I am getting a lot better just at fighting spot in general. You know, his specials, I can actually like avoid them now. Before I would just block them because I didn't know the timing on them. Special 2 I can easily avoid now, which feels great. But yeah, this fight, everything's going alright so far. I think this is the fight where I thought I made a really sick play, and then it ended up just barely not working. Let's see, is that this fight? Yeah, it is. It is. So I throw my special 1 here, and so this was supposed to purify all those debuffs, but it purified at 10. Notice I dropped down to 9. I was at 10, but by the end of the special, I dropped under 10. So I didn't purify any of those debuffs. And I was like, man, that would have been sick. Just get all those rushers and then just boom, purified, and they're all gone. But whatever, it doesn't really matter anyways. He died. Yeah, it would have been cooler if things went the way I was planning, but he still went down, so it's all good. Then we just got one final fight this war, but I'm very excited because it is a boss fight. My first boss fight of the season. It's only the second war, but you know, I haven't been getting a ton of boss action just the last couple seasons, so it felt good to get assigned the boss, and it's a Terrax. So that's Absorbing Man's best matchup. You know, going into his absolute best matchup, there's actually pressure that you wouldn't like. It's his easiest matchup, so you wouldn't think there's pressure, but that actually gives it more pressure for me, because like I don't mind taking hard, like for me when taking hard fights there's no pressure, you know, because like if I die, yeah, it was a hard fight, like no big deal, right? But if I die when I take an easy, supposed to be like the best matchup, like an easy fight, like that's embarrassing, man. I'm not trying to embarrass myself, you know, dying with the best counter. But this fight was not going good. So basically what's happening at this point is the Terrax has eight of those planetary mass buffs. Those are basically just power gain buffs. I'm kind of scared at this point. Like, I'm giving him so much power. I was just kind of worried if his form fell off and then somehow he got to a special 3. I don't know. I was worrying over nothing, and the fight's over. It just, when I was in the fight, it felt so sloppy. It felt like I was just playing like a coward the entire fight. That's what it felt like when I was in there, and I was playing like a coward. But even still, playing bad, playing like a coward, It's you might not even notice because it's just that easy of a matchup. So yeah, that's the war. Sorry, man, just absolutely crushed the Terrax boss. I don't know. I just kind of got a little nervous once he hit my block so many times, and I wanted to hit his block to get rid of them, but because it's a Terrax, he never dashes back. He's just so aggressive with his in his rock field that he just will not dash back. So I couldn't hit his block, which I was trying to do for a while there. Corner myself, but it's all good. So we ended up winning this war. The second war of the season, we ended up catching a big W after losing the first one. So that feels fantastic. As an alliance, we died 4 times, which, you know, isn't spectacular, but it's also not the worst. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for the second war of the season. These are my fights. Absorbing Man absolutely went to town, and that's us taking a Terrax boss. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like if so, subscribe if you want to see more content. Peace.